Hello everybody and welcome back to Underrated Nation, the series where we look at countries often overlooked in favor of more popular choices. I am the chairman and today we're going to be looking at the nation of Kabu. Kabu is a one province minor located in the Philippines and Philippines trade node. They are a Hindu nation and have some really strong naval ideas. Kabu starts off with 20% Galley Combat Ability, plus 10% Goods Produced modifier, along with plus 10% Global Trade Power, in addition to 10% Morale of Armies, yearly legitimacy, yearly Navy tradition, monthly autonomy change, embargo efficiency, along with privateer efficiency, institution spread, and development cost. Kabu is one of those nations that are perfect if you are interested in a more naval economic kind of playthrough, but also can have a decent military, well, a moderately decent military just because of the morale. So what do we do as Kabu? Well, first thing is first, we are going to go ahead and conquer the entirety of the Philippines trade node, along with conquering Japan, Korea. We're going to get some payback on the Japanese for World War II. So now before I start this video, just want to encourage you guys to go ahead, like and subscribe to my channel, as I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Now without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so here we are as Kabu. We do start off with about 4,000 units and 10 ships. So let's go ahead and do our state stuff, and because we are Hindu, we do get to select the deity at the start of our ruler's reign. So I am going to go with Shakti here, as she provides 5 discipline and 5% siege ability. As for army, I am going to go ahead and delete this horse because a little bit too expensive. In terms of rivals, we can rival Butuan and Madhyas, so we'll go ahead and rival these guys. They're probably going to end up allying each other, and might as well fabricate on both of them. Now, as any Filipino nation, we do get a generic mission tree. Is this mission tree decent? Yeah, it's a relatively good mission tree. It allows us to not have to take exploration nor expansion ideas. What I mean by that, for example, this area here highlighted in purple, we conquered these 3 provinces. We just have to give the natives a high five. Move into those provinces, go. Thanks guys for allowing us to be here. We just need 2 regiments in each one of these provinces and we get them for free as cores. Same thing for the center provinces of the Philippines and the northern provinces of the Philippines also. Some of the other highlights of the Filipino mission tree is this one here, the Cebuan Navy, where we have to have at least 30 galleys, and that gives us an additional 20% galley combat ability, giving us up to 40%. Then of course we could take the naval doctrine and get another 15% for free oarsmen. On top of that, if you really wanted to just go all in on your navy, you could go with naval ideas and get another 25% galley combat ability. And we did just get a 452 air, pretty nice. Madhyas allied Bararu over here, so maybe I do want to get my favors with Kutai. Otherwise I could attack Butuan, call in Sulu. We'll call him Madhyas, which is this guy here, which that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go for this war. So once my army maintenance is up all the way, I will go ahead and attack this guy. I will also hire the free company. Okay, so I just moved my navy out here. We got a free company. We're gonna go ahead and attack Butuan here. That's gonna call in Madhyas. I'll call in Sulu so they can help out my navy. And we're going to go ahead and try and annex both of these nations here. Easy naval battle, another naval battle in which we actually caught 2 ships. Stack wipe. We captured another ship here. So now we have 4 transports, which we might just have to walk to Butuan. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. And of course we have to fight some of the natives. Can I full annex them right now? I should be able to, yeah. So we'll go ahead and do that. I do still have to deal with these guys, but we could take this mission, get more morale of armies, and then once I just simply occupy both of these provinces and give the people here their really exciting high fives, I could just go ahead and core those provinces. And now Butuan is ours. We will go ahead and annex them. We are going to go ahead and attack this nation next. I think our navy should honestly be fine. I could call in Sulu with the promise of land, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Also love how this is considered a distant war for Kutai. It's kind of annoying, but okay. But let's go ahead and attack anyways. And of course, to conserve on manpower, since we're a 1 province minor, I'm going to use my mercenary company to actually siege down the capital here. Meanwhile, none of the AI wants to contest our navy at all, which is great. As for our tier 1 government reform, since we do kind of have a lofty goal of like reverse colonizing the Japanese, we're going to go ahead and strengthen noble privileges to get that additional manpower. Normally anymore, I really like this noble officer corps, but I have a feeling that we're going to be making a decent amount of money due to our position with the Moluccas and trade in China. So that should allow us to, that means that we'll probably be using a decent amount of mercenaries as opposed to our own manpower pool. But noble officer corps, in my opinion, is the best. And we did just take the capital of this guy, but we do have to beat up his army, which interestingly enough is right here. And I could call in my friend Sulu, so let's go ahead and do that. Navy should help me out quite a bit. Actually, let's engage on the enemy fleet, which Sulu moved theirs out. Easy naval battle. And I'll send my ships home as I am out of sailors. And since we kind of are just standing around here and we are going to be paying a penalty in our military tech, let's go ahead and give these guys a high five. The native population is less than 100 in both of these provinces, and I have 2 regiments here. I could just go ahead, click this, and I get 2 provinces for free. And now this one produces coffee and this one produces gems. So that's what we're going to be able to do in all of the Philippine islands. Also forgot I was at war with Manila here. And the unfortunate thing about Tondo here is they are a tributary state under the Ming, which means we're going to have to fight Ming for Tondo. Did take Manila, so let's go ahead, we'll full annex them. As for this guy, I'm not even going to try and pronounce their name. Oh, we did just get some rebels, but we are going to try and full annex them. And now we can go ahead and full annex this guy right here. And this does affect our army and our navy for 20 years, so I might as well go ahead and take them. And we'll go ahead, give the natives high fives all around here. And I will go ahead and rival Tondo, who's actually weaker than us, but again, they're protected by Ming. Okay, and we did just go around the whole southern part of our country here and give all the natives high fives, and now we get these provinces for free. We now have a province that produces incense, coffee, and incense. And because we are low on manpower here, I am going to go ahead and lower army maintenance. We're not going to be at war for a little bit until we get a large enough navy to deal with Ming's navy, which they have 50 ships. Let's go ahead and start deving for Renaissance. Oh, and we also have gems, and we have the possibility of coal in our province of Kabu also. And unfortunately our ruler did just die, so now we have, but we do have our 452 in charge. Now that our ruler is dead, we can choose a new deity, and considering how our religious unity is at 31%, we are going to go ahead and get Vishnu for the additional missionary strength, and we are going to be at war with Ming at some point here, so might as well get that fort defense as well too. And we did just get the Renaissance in our capital of Kabu. It's going to cost us 168 ducats. Let's go ahead and get that, and now we can finally get caught up on technology. That should also allow us to actually get ahead of our neighbors such as Tondo and Ming. And with our army maintenance down and our capital at 35 development, along with a temple here, we are making 7 ducats and 83 cents in our current position here. So not too bad economically. And our ruler just died again. Oh my god. Also, Kyoto just fell. Oh my goodness. Hosokawa, they are going on a rampage here. Okay, and now for our tier 3 government reform, we are going to go with decentralized bureaucracy, because again, our long-term plan is we are going to go ahead and conquer Japan and Korea. So we need to make sure that we get some max promoted cultures here. Also, our only valid rival now is Brunei, so let's go ahead and rival them, even though they are weaker than us in each category. Okay, and we did just get admin tech 5, which means that we could actually choose our very first idea group in the game. So it's going to be a military one. I'm thinking I will go with naval ideas, so that way I could really maximize Kabu's ideas with the Galley Combat Ability along pretty much to compete with Ming. And of course Japan and Korea are going to have large navies, so they might even have a larger navy than us. So I am going to go ahead and choose naval ideas first. And we can also get Kabu and Navy for 20 years, so another 20% Galley Combat Ability, which we're going to save for a little bit later. but that's because we now have 30 galleys. Okay, and that time has come where I am actually going to go ahead and extend my regency for another 5 years, just so I can kind of min-max my monarch stats. And we did just get that additional 25% galley combat ability. So let's go ahead and take Kabu and Navy, so another 20%. Now we have 65%. And then once I get enough money, we're going to go ahead and do the free oarsman for another 15%, which I can actually do that now. I'll go ahead and take indebted to the merchant guild. Might as well do that so I can actually buff up my nation with buildings and also take this. And now we are going to be at 80% galley combat ability, which is absolutely disgusting. I don't think anybody really ever does that because it's Navy stuff and nobody likes naval stuff. But if you are into naval stuff, this is really for you. Now, as for Tondo and Ming, I am actually going to go ahead and attack Tondo. We should be able to... Oh, we don't have a claim on them. That's kind of embarrassing. Okay, and now that we do finally have a claim on Tondo, we are going to go ahead and attack them. I'm not going to call on any of my allies. We're just going to go ahead and go for it. And if Ming's navy of 51 ships show up, we're going to go ahead and engage. We'll actually attack them. Though our admiral just died, so replaced by a slightly better guy, I guess. And we did just take the capital of Tondo. Going to engage on their main army here. Not a stack wipe, but still a good battle. And that one was a stack wipe. Still no sign of the Ming Navy either. Oh, and there's Ming's army. That is unfortunate. I didn't even see that their navy was in the area. Which Ming's navy, I just saw it. Oh, here we go. Fighting Ming's navy. And even though they outnumber us, and we did lose some ships, we actually captured 6 ships and won that battle. However, there's a lot of Ming troops here. So of course we are going to go ahead and have to hire a few mercenary companies. And here comes another 27 Ming ships. Let's see if we can't catch them. And we got a 422 air. Also, I wasn't paying attention because of all the pop-ups. And now Ming is actually moving their army throughout my country. We'll finally get Ming out, which means that we can finally win this freaking war. And that was horrible. Absolutely horrible. And we can finally full annex them. That only took forever. Now we could go ahead and colonize these provinces for free. So let's do that now. Get a spice, fish, coffee, and another coffee province. Not too bad. And like that, the Philippines have pretty much been united. We do have to take we do have to colonize this one province here, conquer this province from Brunei, and then also kill off our friend Sulu. But now we can kind of start focusing on our goal of taking over Japan and Korea. So our next idea group will be expansion ideas, and because we already stated this area, we're going to go ahead and lower the autonomy. We are also making almost 10 ducats a month, which is very, very nice. But granted, it is with our army maintenance down. For our tier 4 government reform, we are going to go ahead and take curtail clerical privileges for the cheaper admin tech costs. Also, our truce with Ming just ended. However, we're not going to go to war with Ming anytime soon, as we don't have a border with them. I could no CB Ming, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Admin tech 7, and now we're going to go ahead and take expansion ideas so we can get our colonists right away. I am also going to go ahead and get Sulu to finally break their alliance with Brunei. We also did just get our very first colonist, so we are going to go with the native high 5 policy here and go ahead and colonize here so we could go ahead and start attacking Brunei for their one province. Okay, and we did just get a claim on the province of Palawan from Brunei, so we are going to go ahead and attack them. I guarantee our navy is just flat out better than theirs and all their allies, so let's go ahead and invade them. Here we go. 20,000 of our guys with 110% discipline, a little bit more morale, and then 5% more discipline than Brunei's guys. And that was a pretty easy battle. Also, one thing that I'm excited about when completing naval ideas is I actually get free naval barrage costs. And we did just take the capital of Brunei. Here's our navy versus theirs. And their buddies all got involved, but it doesn't matter because we just destroyed them. Out of this war, we are going to go ahead and take the province of Palawan. I do just want to take over the entirety of the Philippines here. I was going to take all their money, which 225 ducats. Okay, I guess. Oh, they won't give me that. Yeah. Also have them pay us war reps. So 72 ducats plus war reps. That's not the worst. And now what we will do is actually end our alliance here with Sulu. And just to kind of get started on colonization and moving up towards China and Japan, I am going to go ahead and recall this colonist here and colonize Taiwan. Hosokawa now owns almost the entirety of Japan. In fact, they're probably going to form Japan very soon. We can finally attack Sulu, but they're allied to Brunei, which means that we'll go to war against Brunei again. We'll just kind of hold off on for right now because I want to attack Ryuku so we could actually hop into Japan. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and start deving for colonialism now. We're going to develop in our province of Panay, also a level 1 center of trade. Okay, and we did just get a claim on Ryuku, so we are going to go ahead and attack for the island of Okinawa, which means that we're going to be at war with Ming, which here is Ming's navy. Let's see if we can't catch them, hopefully before they land anybody in any of our states. Recruitment for cheaper advisors, and I am playing as like far back as I possibly can on my screen so I can actually catch Ming's army or navy if it appears. Which the cowards keep running, and we did just take the island of Okinawa from Ryuku. And there we go, we finally caught some Chinese ships and absolutely destroyed. We captured 5 of them. Here's another. Oh, this navy is larger than ours. They have a better admiral technically with a 1442. We have a 1341. Let's see how this naval battle goes. And absolutely just crushed them. Captured another 5 ships. And we also finished colonizing a province, which is awesome because that was a major strain on our economy. Now, let's also see if we cannot blockade Ming into submission here. Oh, they engaged on us on a naval battle. They saw that we were moving our guys out. Hopefully our ships, our ships hold out long enough. And Ryuku is finally unconditionally surrendering to us. And we're going to go ahead and take their island, of course, and all their money. And we finally have colonialism in Panay here. So of course we just have to buy that and we will be all caught up in tech, which that is going to cost us 603 ducats. We did just get a 210 error, and he's going to go out for a nice stroll out in the Visayan Sea. Just a nice stroll in the Visayan Sea. In terms of rivals now, we can only rival Hosokawa, whose army is actually stronger than ours at 85%, but our navy is way stronger than theirs. Granted, I think our navy is going to be way stronger than most countries' navies. So now we got to turn our sights entirely towards Hosokawa and Korea. Hopefully we can take out Korea because they're going to be protected by Ming. Hosokawa, I feel like we actually might have a okay time taking care of, but we will see. I got 326 air, much better than that 210 air. And Ming is actually starting to collapse. How many ships do they have? They have 91 ships. Yeah, we could try this. Which Hosokawa actually attacked us, so never mind, we're not going to war with Ming. Go to Admiral 3542, and we're just going to be fighting over the island of Ryuku. In fact, maybe I'll just move my entire army to Okinawa. Man, Ming's really dealing with rebels right now. Helps us out in the long term, especially against Korea, who I am about to ally, interestingly enough. Which, out of this war, we can actually get them to end their overlordship over Oda. I just want their money, to be honest with you. Just give me money, because I am going to attack Ming. Wu and Yue can also ally Korea now, and Wu did not get made a protectorate, which is even better, which means, yeah, they have no troops whatsoever, and we could just have free reign over here. So let's go ahead and attack them. I did just complete naval ideas, which means now I get free naval barrage costs, which is awesome. It means that we are always going to be barraging people's provinces as long as they're on the coastline. Alright, now for Wu, you're going to give me all your money, which is 325 ducats. We're going to take the province of Futsuo. We're just going to take this whole state here. In terms of AE, it's going to be Ming, Wu, and Yue. Let's also get war reps out of this guy. We've been warned by Ming. Okay, Ming. I don't think you understand the situation you're in here, my man. Now the Shun just popped out. Oh, Fortune also expanded rapidly, and Ming is pretty much done. Hosokawa also announced me as a rival. I will also rival Ming, and because Ming is at war with Shun and dying to rebels, I can now attack UA no problem. And of course, do our free naval barrage on their capital. 69% war score. We're going to take this entire state here. That's just going to, yeah, same countries are just going to be upset at us. We will just hold out a little bit in this war just so we could get a little bit more money from them. And then we could get exactly what we want, which is this entire state along with their money. Okay, and now that our truce with Hosokawa is up, they're also at war with Nifk over here. And we're also allied to Korea. We're actually going to go ahead and attack Hosokawa. So let me try and attack them by myself first, and then maybe I could call on Korea after, which to kind of protect my troops because we're outnumbered. I'm going to siege on these two provinces and use my navy to protect them on this island here. Now we could just carpet siege the island. And let's try and take the capital of Kyoto. They have no fort, no defenses here, and we'll just bombard it and hopefully we can get it right away. And they just start building a ton of troops. Oh boy. And we took Kyoto. Let's maybe see if we can't carpet siege them here. Maybe stop the production of some of these troops. And as for land from Hosokawa, we're going to focus on land here. I'm going to take these two islands here and take all their money. This way we do have a nice staging ground. Also our name is just sprawling from the Philippines now going up this way. And we didn't need our friend Korea for that. And we're in great power now. And Ming is completely done. We have Qi, Ning, Yi, Shi, Qin, Wu, Yue, and Shun. Alright, we got Admin Tech 10 finally, which means we can finally get another idea. You know, I feel like quantity is actually going to be our best bet here. Because we have this really big navy. We could have 100 ships pretty much. But our armies very much lack. And our truce with Hosokawa is now over, but we are starting to get a coalition, which now consists of Hosokawa and Yue. So to kind of deal with that, we're just going to go ahead and attack Hosokawa right now, which does call on UA, which is fine. We're just going to go ahead and knock them out of the war as fast as possible. It looks like Hosokawa is actually sending out their navy this time. I really want to fight their navy. You coward. Yes, and we destroyed it. There goes Hosokawa's entire navy. Can also call in Korea because now they owe me 10 favors. Call in Korea. Hopefully they could kind of deal with Hosokawa. And Korea is landing their entire army over here. Well, half their entire army. I think, yeah, Korea could have quite a large army. They took offensive ideas, and all of UA is now fully occupied. That means we are going to have to get our troops over to Japan now. Okay, and now we do have 100% war score on Hosokawa. So the land that Korea wants are these provinces. So let's go ahead and make sure that we take those so Korea does not take them in the next war that we call them in against Hosokawa. And we will just take as much as we possibly can. So we'll do something like this. It's going to give us 92% overextension. We'll take as much money as we can get. And that's going to make a few nations upset, but realistically we're going eastward away from a lot of countries, so this won't bother as many countries as you might think. So we're the 6th greatest power, and Korea is launching a war against Fortune. Sure, we'll join. We're not going to do anything, but we'll join. And our truce with Japan is now over. I forgot to make a casus belli on them, so we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll immediately attack Japan. As soon as, yep, there we go. Attack Japan. Do take a lot of land here. We'll do something like this, along with as much money as we can take. Okay, Korea. Now we have global trade, which spawned in London. Alright, and our truce with Japan is now over. I am going to go ahead and move my navy, blockade Korea. And then we're going to go ahead. Oh, that's a lot of ships that they have. 67 ships. So 25 galleys, 34 transport. We have 30 galleys. They also have 8 heavy ships. We have 1 heavy ship. And then we also have 7 light ships. I think we can win this though. And what we'll go ahead and do is, of course, attack Japan. I'm assuming Korea is probably going to send out their navy right away. They did not. So that tells me Korea is actually scared of our navy. See if we can't engage on the Korean navy here. They have those 15 trade ships. Oh, they're going to be able to get out. But they are trying to land some troops here. Oh, Oh man, there goes the entire Korean Navy. They had 67 ships, now they're down to 42, and we stole 11 of them. Oh, and there's Korea's Navy actually stuck here with 22,000 troops, which would put them at a 50,000 probably on their mainland provinces. I'm going to go ahead, take these islands super fast, and basically full occupy all of Japan. And here comes the Korean army. Just should be interesting. I think they have offensive ideas. They went for a very professional army, so they went quality and offensive. So their guys actually probably do quite a bit of damage to ours, but we do have the better military tech. Oh, and it looks like we did catch their navy again. Yep. And they did just take Kyoto, but that should be fine. We are going to fight them in this province here. A little bit closer of a battle, though, just because they have better discipline. We have a little bit better morale. They have the better tactics in this instance, but we just barely inched them out. And we actually might be able to stack wipe them. No, they got the ticket a month, but we will here. Never mind. There we go. There goes Korea's army. And we keep on catching the Korean Navy. I wonder if it's because they have so many heavy ships. They're also completely out of galleys now. Now comes perhaps the most difficult task, and that is attempting to land on Korea's peninsula here. Oh, we found their navy. So we'll occupy the province Jeju here, and yeah, that should kill off the rest of their navy. Yeah. 27 ships. They did have a lot. Let's see if we can't potentially win this battle here. I worry that our army actually might. Oh yeah, that's a lot of Korean guys. Okay. We also did just get a bunch of heavy ships for free. And we have 35 troops, 35,000 of their guys trapped here. Now, considering that half the Korean army is trapped on the island of Jeju, we are going to try and land here. I think we can do it. Yeah, we landed. Now, will we be able to keep our position here? That is the real question, especially now because half their troops are here. So, yep, here they come. And yeah, they're going to be able to push us out. Let's retreat back to our boats. Don't feel like getting stack wiped today. And what can I do here is, well, what I'm going to do here. So I have 47 transports. I haven't built any of those. Those are all ships I've actually stolen from Korea and other countries. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to build up the stack here to be a size 40 stack with 10 cannon and a ton of infantry. And then we're going to walk into Korea that way. Not good at all. Now you're going to end your alliance with Xi and also Russia. What else can I do? Honestly, that's really all I want. Yeah, we'll just do that. Now, as for Japan, we have 100% war score on Japan. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all these poor provinces up here. We're so close to full annexing Japan. So we'll just go ahead and do something like this. Well, not full annexing Japan, but taking the Japanese islands here. Oh, I almost forgot about the island of So. So let's make sure that we take that. And yeah, all their money. And yeah, let's go ahead and invade Korea. For the province of... we'll do Jinju. And yeah, here's our navy actually fighting there. And of course, absolutely destroying their navy. And I guess we're going to be fighting Xi's navy here, which is now gone. And now let's see if we can't sneak onto the mainland here. Hopefully we can, and that can force their navy to come back out to fight ours. We actually took a province on mainland Korea. All right, we're gonna hire a mercenary company now too. We're gonna hire the Grant Company to just bolster up our troops a little bit more. We're also going to engage onto their army here. Oh, we actually stack wiped their army here. Which here's the remainder of the Korean army, all 39,000 of them. We are going to go ahead, even though we are about to take quite a bit of land, we're going to take Amintech 18. So then that way we're going to take offensive ideas for the better generals, the discipline, and the force limit. Oh, we can actually take quite a bit here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Coalition wise, it'll just be Japan, Korea, Chi, and Xi. So the countries that we've been at war with non-stop. And Japan is no longer a tributary state under Korea, but our truce with them ends in 1625 that is. And our name continues this weird snaky oblong shape. And our truce with Korea ends in about 13 years. And our truce with Japan just ended, so of course, you know, we're already going to go ahead and just take the capital of Kyoto and call it a day with Japan. Oh, and that was their last province. Okay, so Japan is entirely wiped off the map. So bye-bye, Japan. And we also got the fall of Kyoto, since we did just wipe out all of Japan and take their capital. So now we get 50 monarch points in each category along with 20 prestige. Okay, and here we go. We are going to go ahead and attack Korea. Oh, I keep forgetting to build a spy network on people. Once we build a spy network, we're going to attack Korea. Okay, and here we go. We are going to go ahead and attack Korea finally. Give it a month so I could actually get my claim for the conquest of their capital. We'll call in Bengal. Should be able to win this war relatively easily. This Korea doesn't really have any troops whatsoever. Yeah, but we are at war with Xi, Korea, and Yue. Oh, and Jin. Can't forget about Jin. Oh, Korean army is pretty bold, but we are... Then they are. Korea's at Miltech 19. We also are at 19. And we just took the Korean capital. Nearly stack wiped an army. We're about to get into this battle here because they're locked. So let's see how this goes. We are defending in the hills. They do have quite a lot of guys up here, but we will be defending up in the mountains. So this battle should not be bad at all. Even though they have about 100,000 guys here. Oh, yeah, they were just barely able to eke them out. And we did lose that battle. In order to just get Xi out of this war, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Xi these provinces in South China here. And then I'm also going to give back these 2 provinces from Korea, as we are already at war with Korea. And we'll just take them back in the same war. But that gets rid of at least one of our rivals here, or at least one of our enemies. And then we'll come back with a vengeance to beat up the Korean army, of course. Okay, and this war is pretty much done. We have pretty much 100% war score here. So what we're going to do, of course, we are going to try and take the entire Korean peninsula in this, or at least as much of it as we possibly can. So I'm going to take these provinces here, break their alliance with Xi, 1 more province, well, 2 more provinces for good measure. So that'll leave Korea with just Ceylon as their friend. That war is now over. Oh, we could also become an empire too. Yes. Yeah, and then we're going to go ahead and attack Korea again. And we did just take their capital along with the other province down here, which means we could peace out, and now we own the entirety of the Korean peninsula along with all of Japan, the Philippines. So that's going to conclude it for this video of Underrated Nations. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. So now that we have conquered all of Korea, that does complete our goal. Well, the region of Korea, not, you know, Korea as a country on the map. Conquered the whole of Korea, the peninsula, the whole of Japan, the region, along with the entire trade node of the Philippines here. This is going to conclude it for this video on Kabu. What I did not notice, and if you guys want me to do another run as Kabu, I didn't realize that they actually had an achievement until I just had a random thought. I'm like, oh, what type of achievement can I maybe get along the way here? And by the time I owned all of Japan and was completing that goal, I realized that Kabu has an achievement for the Philippine Tiger, which is to recreate the Chola Empire, which we could totally do. It doesn't look that difficult. It's pretty much owning the entire eastern coastline of India here, along with basically just creating a nice little snake around like Indonesia into India here. Anything that's in purple or highlighted in purple here, with the occasional provinces here also, I guess, in Korea. But if you guys want to see me replay as Kabu or continue this campaign and maybe see if we can't get that achievement before the end of the game, go ahead and leave a like. I'm going to set a like goal of, we'll say 300 likes. I feel like 300 likes is pretty fair enough. If you guys want to see me go ahead and try and attempt the Philippine Tiger achievement in this campaign. If you don't want to see me do it in this campaign, but instead want to see me do it in a whole nother video as Kabu, go ahead and just let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know I did. I really enjoyed playing as Kabu. We finish off the game as the 7th greatest power in the world with 1,065 development. We can have up to 122,000 troops, 142 ship, which that went down because I ended up stating all of Korea and Japan because I started converting it to Hindu, and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of funny to have a Hindu Korea and Hindu Japan. In terms of ideas, yep, again, Kabu gets some really good naval and economic ideas. With Galley Combat Ability, goods produced, morale of armies, institution, dev cost, and also autonomy change, which is very nice. We ended up going with naval ideas, quantity, administrative, espionage, and offensive ideas. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video, and hope you guys give Kabu a try, as they, in my opinion, are a very underrated nation. Sure, to start is very difficult, but overall, a very fun, enjoyable country. Especially considering how powerful their navy is and how many times that we were outnumbered in terms of navy. I will see you guys in the next one. Chairman out.